Hello, welcome to the first day of November. So today is the FOMC meeting, and which FOMC will have a decision on based on raising the interest rate or not. So there's basically some urgent update about it because we talked about last week that we can look at the FX market and also talk about how the FX market will move the cash flow and then will move the stock market and housing market, right? So all about today is all about today around 2 to 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and then Janet Yellen will having a conclusion and a speech about the FOMC decision. But something has changed that probably may not happen today, the urgency, but it may. So let me explain it. Because today, suddenly, the schedule of the election of the Fed chairman announced, which will be announced on the 4th of November, which is 3 days from now. So what is the importance about it? Because we always talk about how the FOMC meeting is, the market will only look forward to the FOMC meeting, right? So after today, people will look forward to the decision which is will happen in the December FOMC meeting, right? So the thing is, in today FOMC meeting, I think highly likely Janet Yellen will not do anything, will remain unchanged the interest rate. That is what I will tell you. If I tell myself, there's almost close to zero chance that Janet Yellen is doing anything. So the market of today, what we are going to do is to wait for Janet Yellen finish speaking and look at how the market react to the next chairman. That is the case. So Janet Yellen's speech has nothing to do about it. So you can turn on TV, but you can game it, you can do something else. So that is basically what we should do, to fully rely on the market reaction. So how do we react on the market decision, right? So the reaction will be fully depend on the next on the potential candidate of the next Fed chairman. So right now, people, you will think that, oh, so today it has nothing to do about the market strategy, right? No. Yes and no. If we see the betting, because between Powell, John Taylor, and Janet Yellen, if they have equal chance of winning, being elected, so people will wait until the 4th to make a decision. So, but not before that, the US dollar will not just break through anything. Okay, it will remain the same, remain unchanged every day until the 4th. So probably there's nothing will happen in the FX market. But if we see the probability of someone is higher than the other one, so after today, the FOMC meeting and the speech, or before that, slightly before that, the US dollar will suddenly explode. That will affect the euro, affect the global cash flow, affect gold, commodities, oil, silver, and also stock markets and housing market in the long run. So let's see about the betting. So we see articles that Donald Trump is likely to select to pick Powell. Because it's hawk, right? It's hawkish. So it's at least they align. So if we look at some general websites of the betting predicted, which we usually use it for the UK exit, stuff like that, you see Jerome Powell is betting like the ratio of him winning is around 70-ish%, and Janet Yellen is around 10, and John Taylor is like single digit. All right. So other we will not take into account. It's not 100%, but we will not take into something that has less probability into account, because the cost is really high to anticipate something that may not happen for the highest probability. So we'll say that. Let me say that after today, I think we won't need to wait for Friday, Monday, Saturday. It's today. I think after Janet Yellen has speaking, or slightly before that, people will start to react on Jerome Powell policy. Okay, so what is his policy? I mentioned before is dovish hawkish. Okay, it's dovish hawk. Okay, so it's something like he will have a softer strategy rather than on the less aggressive on the policies and interest rate hike cycle in the speed. So, but that's something that the market thinks. But I think that because Janet Yellen knows that she is going to her term is going to be expired, she's not have been not doing anything specifically in the past few months, and I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but the US dollar has dropped by like 10-ish%. That is really, really good for the export. So I think it's I think it's a conspiracy. Anything, it's something that they're not saying. They on purposely delaying, procrastinating on the interest rate hike. And now, when Powell, or the next chairman, is elected, he or she really needs to speed up on the interest rate hike. So I think that the US dollar will go up, but technically there's a shooting star pattern happen. But trust me, seldomly I ignore this pattern. Usually I will close my position and short the US dollar, but this time I really want to look at the fundamental analysis. If you have been following my videos, I think you have earned something, you have profited something from this up wave, and then you close position, and now you have long the US dollar one time and also the second time here. Me too. I haven't closed any position now. If one more bearish candlestick, I will lose money. And you too, me too, okay? So if you're in the game, just stick with it. That really, I really need some proof, and I really want to look at answer. Before that, I don't want to take a risk of selling something, because if you sell it and in the end it's wrong and you have to buy it again, that's also a cost, right? And that's basically my update. So good luck to everyone. And US dollar, and the target of US dollar will be 96.5. It goes up again, but it have to break above the black line again. If it breaks below the green line, bam, you have to short the US dollar or close the position. And euro to US dollar, you can look at 1.14. If that breaks below that, the second target is 1.14. And gold is something that you should look for. Again, I know the signal is turning really good, but if it turns good, at least it has to be broken above the 1219 level, 1290. And if it can break below $1270 again, the second target will be 1240. That's $30 short position range for you to capture. So that's basically my update. Is kind of urgent because the schedule has came out just now. I don't know is it on purpose or not. I really don't know. But let's say we'll see what's on the table and we'll react to that. So don't panic. Play it safe. Take your risks. And yes, it's just a business. You have risk and you have return. So that's basically my update. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like my Facebook page, give me a thumbs up, and also share this video to your friends to let me know that you love this video, or you like this video, or you find it valuable. If you have anything to add, please leave your comments in the comment box below. I'll see you next time. Investing made easy. Goodbye.